it was either I run down the lake to try and get a check, or I stay up the river and have a chance to win.
Well, good morning, social media land. This is Dan O'Sullivan with your Bucks Island Area Fishing Report for Saturday, May the 15th, presented by Mercury. Hey, today's going to be a good day. We're going to check in with Tom Ott following his third place finish with his partner Josh Butler in the Heartland Pro-Am Championship. We're going to talk about Logan Martin and Lake, and then we're going to have a special guest, the champion of the 2021 Bassmaster Elite Series right here at Lake Neely Henry. Wes Logan's going to tell us about his week, how he caught some fish, and how maybe help you catch a few more. So stay tuned for our Bucks Island Area Fishing Report presented by Mercury right here. We'll be right back with the guys. Good morning, everyone. This is Dan O'Sullivan with your Bucks Island Area Fishing Report for Saturday, May the 15th, presented by Mercury. We're going to head on up to our good friend, the stud, Tom Ott. Tom, we know you competed up there in the Heartland Pro-Am this weekend, couple-day tournament there, and I know you fell just a little bit short, which is kind of like kissing your sister, but bottom line is you had a great tournament, and you were close to winning yourself a boat. So tell us what it was, how everything went together, and what people can expect if they're going to go up to Guntersville right now.
Well, I'll tell you right now, Dano, first of all, thank you. I appreciate it. And shout out to my partner, obviously. But,
Josh Butler. Gotta love us a Butler.
Yeah, Josh Butler. But right now there's a good shad spawn going on. So, I mean, there's a lot of fish to be caught, in those transition areas, from the bank out to the little bit deeper water. So, really our game plan was certainly spinner baits, swim baits, that kind of thing. Even some, throwing some jigs, swim jigs, caught a couple of key fish on those. But really those fish are starting to make their move out to that deeper water. So the same places you were seeing them in the post-spawn area, pre-spawn area is where you're going to see them now. So really intermediate depths, I haven't seen anything out super, super deep yet, or really haven't concentrated on that. But I mean, what we are seeing that, is starting to make that way out to the, the ledges, and it's, June in Guntersville is ledge fish city. So, I mean, we're just looking forward to that. But they're definitely making that transition, that move. I will say this, there's always good fish to be caught in the grass. The guys that won the boat this weekend certainly fished grass. And it was just, a little bit of OG work. They put it together and was able to find those bigger fish, hanging out in that 8 to 10 foot water, fishing deep grass. So there's fish moving all over the place on this lake. The big bite is still kind of hard to find. That's where we fell. We had a 6-pounder on the first day. The second day, we really struggled to get anything over 4. And that's just fishing for you. That's the way it goes. But they're out there, and it's just time to, buckle down and make it happen.
Well, and the crappie bite's going to be a little bit stingy right now as those fish start to really move and reposition for their summers. Of course, they don't really like the hot water anyway. But looking for that offshore bite is close. Don't give up yet is what I'm hearing on the shallow bite, because you still may be able to find a few here and there. But, Tom, as always, congratulations again. I know that's, like I said, it's not like getting the keys to a new boat, but as always, thanks a bunch, and we appreciate everything you do, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you very much, Dano. We appreciate it, and we'll talk to you next week.
Bye. Good morning, everyone. This is Dan O'Sullivan with your Bucks Island Area Fishing Report for Saturday, May the 15th, presented by Mercury. Hey, we're going to head on down to Logan Martin and Lake and catch up with our good friend Josh Herron from Reaction Innovations. Josh, I know Neely Henry's been the focus of most everything this week, but tell me what's going on down there at Logan Martin for those people that are wanting to head down there.
Man, the water's finally kind of starting to even out. With the generation coming off Neely, it really got high really fast. They finally got it down kind of manageable. We still got a lot of flow in the river. It should be slowing down by this weekend. But, I mean, we're fixing to start seeing a bunch of fish that we're trying to kind of get on that shad spawn. I think that's really going to kick up. So, anything that you're looking for, little main lake pockets is what I'd be keen on right now. Just basically chasing a shad spawn in the morning and just hanging around and pecking for the rest of the day. Kind of the same areas, just different techniques.
Shad spawn, it seems like a lot of times a spinner bait, maybe even a topwater bait is going to be kind of deal. And I know seawalls can be pretty good. What kind of thing do you recommend?
Dude, swim jigs are awesome. Buzz baits with toads on them are great. Like you said, spinner baits are great. Chatter baits, little 3 and 4 inch swim baits. Doesn't really matter as long as it's something whitish and something that kind of looks like a shad. You should be pretty good to go. Those fish are up there positioned to feed, so it's not really a. I don't think it's really a bait thing. I think it's more of a timing and location deal.
So let's turn our attention to Lay Lake. I know that that's going to receive some of that water coming through the system as well. How would you present, or how would you want guys to go down there? What would you do down there at Lay Lake?
Man, it's really kind of a crapshoot right now. Saturday, I know largemouth bit really well, and they didn't hardly play at all on Sunday. So they're in that, I call it like a postponed funk. Fish around here are really bad about getting in it. You get like a 3 week window after you get a major wave that comes off the bed, and those fish, they're really easy to catch in the mornings if you can land on a shad spawn. We should start seeing a lot more bedding bluegill over the next week or two. I know they were already doing it on Mitchell 2 weeks ago before we got all this flood, so I figure that should kind of pick up and continue. And that your shad spawn fish should kind of lay over to that for your fish that are still shallow. But you're also going to start seeing a lot of fish start pushing out. That I call it that like that 8 to 12 foot range is fixing to really start shining leading into the warmer months.
Well, man, as always, we appreciate everything, all the insight and all the expertise, and we will talk to you again next week.
Thank you, man.
Good morning, everyone. This is Dan O'Sullivan with your Bucks Island Area Fishing Report for Saturday, May the 15th, presented by Mercury. Hey, as obviously, we've got a special guest in-house, champion of the Bassmaster Elite Series, Whataburger Bassmaster Elite at Lake Neely Henry, local guy, Bucks Island Pro Staffer, Wes Logan. Wes, first of all, congratulations. We're all so proud of you. But in this short time we got, tell us a little bit about what the overall pattern is right now on Neely Henry and how you won the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, Neely's a really interesting place on the Coosa River because you have a lot of water fluctuation when we get the flood like we did last week in the Elite Series tournament. I think the water should be kind of stabilized from top end to the bottom end now. The fish are still in a real big spawning mode. Obviously, with the water going up and down, them fish don't get very comfortable on the bed. So I'm really looking to see, fish spawning probably into, sometime into a little bit of June probably, just because they haven't gotten a chance to go up there and those females still have those eggs in them. So all your spawning techniques, your shallow flipping, your swim jigs, your frogs, your buzz baits, I think all that's still going to be a player. I think the spots are a little bit further along than the largemouth are, so you're going to catch those on your humps, your road beds, your riprap banks early in the morning on your top water. So that's probably going to be a key thing still going on, and that actually is better later on into the year too as it gets hotter.
I know that you spent a lot of time main channel type stuff. Was that just a factor of the current, or did you have to move in and out, or did you end up settling there because of the current?
I actually, I started the tournament last week in some backwater places, and the main reason for that, I was actually gonna fish down the lake where the water had dropped because I felt like it was just a more reliable bite, but I didn't think I could catch the weight down there, and I kind of made a split-second decision the first morning of the tournament to. It was either I run down the lake to try and get a check, or I stay up the river and have a chance to win. And, I made that decision to stay up the river, and the water actually fell a little bit in those backwaters, and it made those fish that had flooded into the trees and stuff kind of move back out to the, anything left in the water that had a little bit of depth on it. So, and as the tournament progressed, I knew my backwater little area, I'd caught a bunch of fish out of there. A couple other anglers had caught some. I knew there wasn't a lot of fish in there, and I thought we had kind of spent that area. And obviously on the main channel, you're going to have a bigger population of fish, and those fish are going to be more out there to feed and not in a spawning, type mode. So from day 3 and day 4, I really focused more on the main channel. I figured there was more fish out there. They were going to be more active, and we had that weather system coming in Monday. And I just knew somewhere during the day I was going to run into them on that main channel.
Well, there you have it from the mouth of the winter. Weiss Lake, sorry we didn't cover that very much, but same kind of thing. Grass beds, shallow cover. You probably be able to catch them on a swim jig, a crankbait, spinnerbait, and a buzzbait. Anyway, folks, thanks for spending some time with us today. Well, that'll do it for our Bucks Island Area Fishing Report for Saturday, May the 15th, presented by Mercury. Thanks to the guys for spending some time with us today. As always, we appreciate their insights, and of course, congratulations again to our own Bucks Island Pro Staffer, Wes Logan. Wes, what a great week. Well, it was great to be there. Wonderful to be a part of it all. And anyway, but don't forget to like and subscribe to our Facebook, Instagram, YouTube channels. That way you can get notified whenever we go live. But remember, we're here for you. Anything you need, service, parts, looking for a new boat, or just that tackle that's going to help you get a few more bites, and a lot of stuff that Wes threw this week on Neely Henry. Anyway, we will talk to you again next week.